is newest world record for Aria. It is 4:56 after Tonkatsu took my last one. At 1674, he beat it by 0.6 seconds. So here we go. So mostly on the first floor, I'm looking at this point for Ring of Peace or Ring of Courage, which are immediately super fast. So Shrine of Darkness, potentially very fast item, but requires you to get a ring quickly or it starts costing you a lot of time, even if the mapping is nice, as is the reduced aggro level. Infernal Torch, I'm not nearly as good at as Tonkatsu is, and in fact, I don't think I end up using its firepower once in this run. So 30 seconds is actually really fast to get out of the first level, and I think some of that's from the reduced aggro from the Shrine of Darkness, probably. Obviously, so Strength Charm is a nice bit of luck there. Having 2 damage before 4-3 is pretty crucial to having a fast run, even if I would have preferred a ring at that point, obviously, with Darkness. Prayers are answered here, though. Ring of Peace. So at this point, we've got mapping, 2 damage, and a Ring of Peace, which is pretty much the build I had on my last world record. So I already sort of know that this is quite fast. Here I spent way too many beats getting the dragon out. There we go. Unlike my usual, I did not go for the Lucky Charm this run. Just figured I could just save time. Especially with Peace, bats aren't going to be that much of a problem, so figured I'd save the 7 beats. Nope, I was hoping for a free spell or shield spell. I go in here because I do not want to be shovel trolled. I've had too many good runs that have been lost to not having a good shovel. And Pickaxe is maybe better than getting a titanium shovel for Zone 1 anyway, but of course pretty slow since you have to dig every beat. Also sort of salty about getting the Mommy because it goes fine, but it's a frustrating mini-boss since it's not affected by the Ring of Peace. Yeah, so I deal with Konga first. So I can only imagine how much faster if I'd actually had something I could have quick killed. Do worry about the bat there, don't yellow him. And obviously want 3 damage, because Ring of Peace, that'll let me sort of plow through everything. Alright, so here's where we see just how amazing Darkness plus Peace is, because I have such low visibility because no wall torches that I kill, 2 enemies there? And same thing here. I mean, this is obviously just super lucky mapping in general. But yeah, I literally don't see I have to kill any enemies besides the mini-boss again. And here, we see one other enemy. So we just went basically 35 seconds through Zone 3. And world record pace, I know that I want to keep basically get into Zone 2 at 3 minutes. So getting into 2:45, I know puts me in a very good position. And of course, Death Metal 2 there is nice. 3 damage is the fastest you can go, and Death Metal 2 is probably the fastest version of Death Metal, since the clones are quite easy to avoid. That will be the only boss I fight that is pleasant to me. Alright, here's the only level where I earn my keep actually doing something fun. So yeah, so I don't want the rider following me, so I go for him, and scoot, 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 scoot. I think that's like really the only difficult thing I faced, well, except for this. So, of course I realize I've either got Deep Blues 3 or Coral Rift 3, and I don't have 5 damage, or Holy Water or anything. So, especially with Coral Rift, super slow. I've got a ton of bombs though, thankfully, and I use every single one. Because I want to keep the potion for a trapdoor, and I also I don't have Explorer boots, so I'm nervous about getting into the water. So I probably could have done that faster if I were more practiced on Coral Rift 3 with bombs only, but so it goes. And now it's just Zone 1 and running. Always nervous about monkeys. And not too bad for the bat. Lucky Charm there might have been useful. Here, right, I don't know why I dig through that extra beat there. Obviously wasn't too worried or paying attention anyway. So yeah, here like a glass shovel or an obsidian shovel would have been nice for saving a few beats, obviously sort of inconsequential. And we continue to see how the reduced aggro from no wall torches really just lets me scoot through these levels so fast. Like I'm barely seeing any enemies, which is crazy. Yeah, so I knew I was going to there's like a 50-50 shot of running into the Minotaur, and I was already on the golden loot, so, you know, sort of didn't care at that point. The golden loot, you can also see from Darkness, I think, that I'm actually not even aggroing the monsters, which is not something I'd really considered before. But so I don't even have to worry about riders, maybe? I don't know if they would have aggroed. But anyway, there you go. Super fast run. Ended up being 4:56. And that is the new world record. All right, let's highlight that really fast.